Hey, so today I want to talk about the 2012 film Compliance. Now, there should be a PSA right now, or kind of a warning, that before watching this, you absolutely know that this film is based on real stories, and that is what actually makes this film more harrowing. And this film stays with you and is really effective and quite brutal. Now, I have delved into quite brutal films in my time. I have actually watched Martyrs, Cello, and a bunch of other stuff like Serbian film, the things that are count as like very brutal film. Now, Compliance might not be in that level, but it's jarring and absolutely messed up in its own way. So, if you do not want to watch those kind of films or do not like those kind of films, this film is not for you. This film stays with you because I watched it like last night, and it's been like nearly 24 hours. And this film, I just keep thinking about this film. So, this film is actually quite brutal. Now, to get to it, I believe that you should know a synopsis because I knew, but knowing the even the whole story cannot do justice what actually happens, and that's what I actually like about this film, and that's why I think the director Craig Zobel actually shines. Now, this film is based on a strip search scam call that happened in USA across I guess 30 states and more than 70 times from 1992 to 2004. And in real life, the guy who was actually doing it was actually charged and I guess had a trial in various states, but he was acquitted of all the charges. But after he was actually let go, the scam calls actually stopped. So it kind of actually proves the theory that he was the right guy and he was actually probably doing it. Now, if we were to talk about the film from a more technical perspective, this film is directed by Craig Zobel. It's his second film. Now, if you don't know about Craig Zobel, I think he recently directed the film Hunt, and Hunt is actually a quite fantastic film. I believe it's a quite nice political sort of not satire like commentary on current or in past few years American politics. And Craig Zobel has also directed episodes for American Gods, Leftovers, and Westworld. And Leftovers is one of my absolutely favorite TV shows ever, and arguably the best episode of Westworld, Leftovers, was actually directed by Craig Zobel. So you know that you have a kind of a heavy hitter behind the screen. Now, to venture out in this film stars Anne Dot and Dreama Walker as two of the main characters, and there are a bunch of other characters that goes on. Now, this film is not long. This film is like 1.5 hours, I believe. But during that time, the way this film is depicted, I would almost call it masterful, because this is a thriller film and Craig Zobel does everything in his power to make us feel what the people were feeling, what probably were going through their head, and how everything that happened. And that's where I think the name Compliance is actually a marvelous title. I think this is one of the best titles I have seen ever in a film. This title actually succinct all of these things is happening. Now, before watching this film, I did a little bit of research, but I had no idea what kind of film this is going to be turned out to be. And a lot of people are saying they don't believe how they could let go, or how people were pranked to this degree, or how this whole thing actually just got out of hand this much. But to know that, that's why this film is called Compliance. You have to know about compliance, and Craig Zobel, through his title, just encourages you to go find out what you need to know and how this is happening. So this title works on a whole different level, and that's why I like this title of this film. Now, to talk about the film, Anne Todd's acting was quite lauded, but I would say that almost every character in this film was portrayed fantastically, because even though it's definitely a Hollywood film, and I wish that some of the castings were a bit different, I would have liked to have people who are much more down to earth, because Dreama Walker, she's like a proper Hollywood heroine type girl. But I think if they were to give it to like down to earth actors or who look much more like normal people, I think this thing would have been even more horrendous, even though not it's already very horrendous. That's a different tangent for a different thing. But I would like to point out that the main character Dreama Walker, the thing that she goes through, she has been a TV actor on and off, so it's not like she's a very famous actor, but I think she conveys the whole tone of the film absolutely brilliantly. And with her acting and Craig Zobel's direction, because the way camera lingers, the voyeuristic lens that sometimes it gets, and how things are just becoming just like fucked up by the minute, is actually portrayed beautifully through this camera. Now, a lot of people have actually booed this film and walked out and created a controversy. And this film was shown in, I think, 2012 Sundance, and there was a lot of walkout, but there was a lot of cheering too, because it's that kind of a controversial film. But the thing to know that this film actually tries to do this thing, this very phenomenon of justice, because even if you like read it on Wikipedia or any of the internet, this doesn't sound like anything at all. But like, this is the kind of article that you would read on the internet, on your Twitter, or just skip over. But when you see this film, this sticks with you, and they tried. Craig Zobel actually got to relieve you of those moments, and that's where I think the true brilliance of this film lies. Now, on the other hand, as things progress drastically, Craig Zobel, through his lens, tries to do thing kind of voyeuristically and non-voyeuristically. He doesn't linger where he shouldn't linger, but he absolutely like freezes and tries to get us how the emotions of the characters are changing, how the atmosphere is changing in a brilliant way. And some things are omitted, some things are left to imagination, and some things are just I think sort of edited out, or I don't know, maybe they were even shot. So in that way, I feel like this is not a film that's just trying it for a glory, or just trying to get this thing to just amp up the feeling, because this film definitely does not amp up the feeling. I sort of saw this film, and through halfway I gotta take a breather, felt like it was just too much. And during that I was just researching more about this film, and through that I got to know that the actual guy, this is not a spoiler, but I would actually like you to know before you watch this film, the guy who was doing, as I told you, was acquitted in 2004. This film was released in 2012. So when I saw that, I right then and there knew there's going to be a last scroll where there's going to say that this many things occur in this and this, but the guy is still out there. But Craig Zobel doesn't do that. He just has one end credit, and during that he just says that 17 incidents like this had occurred in more than 30 states, and that's it. If Craig Zobel was in it for the glory, or in it for the valorization, or in it for just basking in the fact that just I'm trying to make this thing larger than life, he definitely would have shown that, because with that end credit, this film would have just blown. People would have I don't know, maybe just came to grab him, or they wouldn't know where to channel their anger. So in that way, I think Craig Zobel also has done a fantastic job. So basically, after saying all these things, you probably know that I like this film a lot. But I wouldn't say that liking is a right word. I would say that I appreciate this film a lot, because after a long time, a certain kind of film has stuck with me for so long. And I watch a lot of horror films, a lot of thriller films. In my recent memory, none of them have done this thing where they have just stuck in my memory. And that's why I appreciate this film. I appreciate everyone that's associated with it, and I applaud Craig Zobel for doing this. And if you want to watch it, just be aware of this, and I would kind of encourage you to know about this thing before. Research everything you'd like to know. Spoilers, no spoiler, that's totally up to you. Just prepare yourself that you are in for one fucked up ride through and through. And as the time progresses, this just becomes more horrendous. After saying all this, I give this film 4 out of 5, and this is a definite recommendation if you can stomach it.